Good day to you folks. Exactly what this movie file's about is right here. See that sign right there? Chico Hot Springs, Montana. Now then, let me jump in front of this camera for just a second. This is the only time I'm going to get in front of this camera, by the way. Simple fact of the matter is, in order to do the proper job of this, I'm going to have to shoot this file in several sequences. So keep watching, because that's the only way I can cover this area. This is big country here. But this is Chico Hot Springs, Montana. So keep watching. This is Chico Hot Springs Resort proper, if you will. By the way, this place is located exactly, well, approximately 27 to 28 miles due south of Livingston, Montana. That peak that you see right there, it's called, I photographed this many times, it's called Immigrant Peak. But anyway, I'm going to be going up that gulch right there where that road is. It's called Immigrant Gulch, but that's going to be another clip. The springs itself is inside those buildings. Water, it's a real famous swimming area, if you will, and the water that's coming out straight out of the ground stays 92 degrees year-round. They don't use any chlorine in this water or anything like that. And this particular resort's got quite a notorious history. I actually know the family that owns this place, but I'm not going to get into all that. Basically, what I want to do is quickly pan around here, show you this place. This is a kind of a playground for the rich and famous, if you will. From my vantage point up on this hill, I'm probably not going to be able to show you everything I need to show you, but let me walk over here for a minute. Sorry if this gets a little bit shaky, but yeah, they got cabins out here, and there's the main inn, I do believe. I don't come out here very often because, like I say, this is a playground for the rich and famous. Not that there's anything wrong with any of that, but let me just pan across here. Good old Chico Hot Springs, Montana. And they got quite a bar set up too. It's located right there where it says Chico Saloon. You probably can't read that, but inside there is where that swimming hole's at. It doesn't have any roof on it either, so you go swimming in there, it's not heated. If it's 40 degrees below zero outside, it's 40 degrees below zero in that swimming area, but that water stays 92 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. But this is Chico Hot Springs proper. I don't want to make this particular file too awful long, because see that road right there? A lot of people don't understand that there's an old mining town a mile and a half or 2 miles up that road called Old Chico Hot Springs, and that's where I'm headed to next. Alright then, this is the old mining town, ghost town if you will, of Old Chico Hot Springs. And that sign there basically is pointing up Immigrant Gulch is where I'm going next, and that's where they first discovered gold in this area. But it did not hold. The gold played out, and they only found not very much gold. I think the miners only lasted a few years in this country, but there was enough to create this old town, this old ghost town of Old Chico Hot Springs. And there are people that live up here, and so I'm just going to kind of pan around a little bit. There's really not much to see. What you're looking at right there is the gulch, Immigrant Gulch. I'll be going up there next. But this is Old Chico Hot Springs. It's an old mining town. It's a ghost town now. There are a few people that do live here, and so I better conclude my business and run off before some redneck shoots me. No, I'm just kidding. They're used to seeing tourists up in this country, trust me. Well, this is the end of the line as far as Immigrant Gulch goes. I drove as far as the road will let you go. no motorized vehicles pass U.S. SUV setting. But this is Immigrant Creek, and this is Immigrant Gulch, and this is where they first discovered gold. But like I say, it did not last. Miners like to starve to death up in this country. This is some of the steepest, roughest country in North America, plain and simple. We got runoff. I actually got a guy right there that's doing a little panning, which isn't against the law, right behind that bush. You can pan just like he's doing, but I wish him luck because there's no color up here. I know, I already checked. I know how to gold pan. But I'm at the top of Immigrant Gulch. Now the CFS, or water flow, which you're looking at right here, is basically runoff. It's coming down a pretty good clip. There's my old pickup right there. I'm about ready to bail out of this country. Well, I'll try my hand at driving and recording. I forgot to bring my little tiny tripod that I normally use. So this image is going to get real shaky, but I'm headed out, or down, Immigrant Gulch, and this road, you can trust me, it's pretty rough. This whole doggone country is rough. Steep, rocky, every other doggone thing. But the point I wanted to make on this movie, most of all, it was gold that brought people up in this country, and it played out within a couple of years, and it starved the miners out. That's how Chico Hot Springs got started. That's my point. It used to be an old fur trading outpost and a place where the miners could get their supplies and that kind of stuff. But, you know, no gold, no miners. And I know they spent a couple of tough winters up in this country, so... But like I say, well, I'm on a section of this road that's not quite as bad as other places, but anyway, I just thought I'd turn this on and try to get, you know, a little bit of frameage of me wandering through these old, deep, dark Montana woods. But I am headed down towards old Chico Hot Springs, and then I'll be going through Chico Hot Springs proper. Very well, and this is the last segment of this movie file, if you will, and I just got done coming down Immigrant Gulch and from old Chico Hot Springs, and I basically don't like shooting moving frame pictures, if you will, from a vehicle, but anyway, I decided to do that as I passed by this famous tourist place, that's putting it very gently, called Chico Hot Springs. There's a very famous watering hole right there, a Chico Saloon. So I just thought maybe I'd do it this way, and you gotta be kind of careful because, like I say, this is one hotbed for tourists. Personally, myself, I like to go, I frequent places where tourists ain't. Let's just put it that way. I got my reasons. I got a lot of reasons. But state of Montana, they depend on tourism, so, you know, tourism brings in a lot of money. But this is Chico Hot Springs proper. Matter of fact, that's the main inn right there. The main inn. We just passed the springs back there a ways, but, well, I better kind of watch what I'm doing here, or I'm gonna get clobbered into. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to shine this out there, or show this out there. That's the inn proper. They got a horseback riding, and there's all kinds of stuff that goes on out here at Chico Hot Springs. Okay, I'm headed back to Livingston, Montana. Hope you enjoyed yourself and learned something, and thank you very much for watching the movie file.